What's going on, guys? Hayden back with a brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we'll be going over and reviewing a new project called SolanaVM, who is also today's sponsor. Now, before I go any further, please remember, as with all cryptocurrency projects, especially with pre-sales, to please do your own research and never, and I mean never, invest anything you can't afford to lose. So guys, Solana has captured the spotlight as a pioneering blockchain for the next generation, credited with expensive scalability and a groundbreaking performance profile capable of processing thousands of transactions per second at negligible costs. Now, at the heart of Solana's technological prowess is an execution environment, the Solana virtual machine, encompassing the C-level parallelization engine. So why is any of this important? Well, SolanaVM, or SVM for short, is the innovative L2 solution enabling Ethereum dApps to leverage Solana's blazing fast speed and minimal fees. The Solana virtual machine, SVM for short, is the execution environment that processes transactions and smart contracts programs on the Solana network. Now imagine the possibilities if the two chains combined, both Solana and Ethereum. With the popularity of Solana's blockchain growing rapidly this year, now holding 5th place on the coin market cap, it has become quite a competitor in the space. Solana's scalability is the core feature that makes it unique, and Solana has over 65,000 transactions per second and has extremely low transaction fees. Then take its brother Ethereum, a leader in protocols with over 1,000, and also has a stable blockchain in crypto. The only downside to Ethereum is it's one of the least scalable, but when you combine these two chains, you get the benefits of top solutions from them, and now your dream can become a reality with SolanaVM. SolanaVM is a fully compatible Ethereum environment built on the Solana blockchain. This platform empowers developers to deploy Ethereum dApps seamlessly without the need for significant reconfiguration. SolanaVM enables dApps built with Solidity and Viper to leverage Solana's network advantages with low fees, high transaction speeds, and the capability of parallel transaction execution. Now, for developers, this translates to the ability to create Solana-compatible contracts using familiar tools from the Ethereum ecosystem. The best part about SolanaVM is that it's at a very early stage in its project. This gives users an opportunity to join their presale before it even is listed on major exchanges. SolanaVM is also bringing 68 billion in value EVM dApps to Solana or Ethereum virtual machine with their EVM-compatible L2 chain. Now, as the project is community funded, no VC is involved, so nobody will sell at the token generation event. The community will hold most of the tokens, and high potential for price increase could happen after the launch. And there's also quite a lot of hype already around the presale. Over $400,000 was invested in an hour after the presale launched, and it's already over $500,000. With all that being said, let's check out their project and presale and see what other information we can find. And if all looks good, I plan on buying just a little bit of their presale, because you never know. So guys, here I am on the SolanaVM website, and I just want to go a little bit more in depth on their platform, kind of check out what it is about SolanaVM that makes it tick, as well as the tokenomics, roadmap, documentation, so on and so forth here. And I want to do all that before I actually go ahead and buy some of these SolanaVM tokens, just in case there are any red flags that may come up. But so far, so good. Honestly, the website is incredibly well made and incredibly well created. They took a lot of time, money, and development that went into this. You can already see just at the time of doing this, and I'm sure by the time I buy in a little bit, it'll be even higher, but they're almost at 600,000 in regards to what they have raised in their pre-sale here. But what I also like is the amount of availability in regards, I mean, obviously the more the better for them in regards to how many different ways you can purchase this token here, purchase or join into the pre-sale here, but they have a ton of different options. So we'll be doing that through MetaMask in a little bit here with you. But what I do like is what they offer in regards to their pre-sale and after their pre-sale. You can see staking offers SVM token holders the chance to contribute their digital assets to support blockchain operations. By staking their SVM tokens, holders can earn rewards while retaining ownership of their assets. Now we'll see what exactly happens when the coin actually comes to market. Typically, a lot of people actually do end up selling their tokens, and that could cause markets to correct. But if things go well and it holds or stabilizes or even heads higher, then the opportunity to stake this crypto to earn even more, or to at least incentivize it, might allow people it might incentivize less of people selling their tokens. So instead of them taking it the second the pre-sale's over and selling it on market, they might actually stake it, which we've seen happen quite a bit, instead of selling it. But what's also cool is they are all over CoinMarketCap, Defiant, Crypto Potato, lots of different news media outlets here. We can see Solana, like we said, is bringing 68 billion in value for EVM dApps to Solana here. And then it explains a little bit more about what that is. We've already went over that. Solana was designed for developers, which we discussed. And you can see Solana is architected as a multi-threaded runtime environment uniquely designed to process multiple transactions simultaneously by utilizing all available cores of a validator's machine. This advanced capability allows Solana to scale efficiently in line with technological advancements in validator hardware. We go over this. We've discussed how to buy. Seems pretty simple. Find the pre-sale widget at the top of the web page, like we saw, and connect your preferred wallet. Once connected, you can participate in the pre-sale using any of those. Enter the amount, and then once the token generation event, TGE for short, is complete, the appropriate number of tokens will then be available for you to claim, which is also very cool. Here's the tokenomics. So they have, what is this? 100,000 million, 8 billion in total SVM supply. That's the coin. 15% is going to pre-sale, 15% for centralized and decentralized exchanges. The team gets 15%. Community incentives is 10%, marketing is 15%, and then the treasury is 30%, so not too bad across the board. What I also like is they're very transparent in regards to their audits. They even have a white paper, which we'll check out as well. And that seems to be it in regards to the bottom here. Let me just open this up here. And then going back to the top here, like I said, we have how to buy. We have a roadmap, which we also, we haven't looked at just yet. They have a referral and then documentation, which I also have here. We'll leave that up. But you can see Step 1, this is first and second quarter, which we're now in, I believe, second quarter of 2024. Here, identifying needs and opinions, proof of concept, team of business, that's what they're at. Pre-sale launch, they haven't launched it yet, but that'd be step 2, quarter 2 of SVM. Actually, they did this already here. They're not in quarter 3 yet here. That's what we're waiting for. Conducting an audit by independent organizations. They've already done this as well. So we're looking for quarter 3, the first EVM compatible L2 for Solana public launch. We haven't seen that. We haven't seen TG, and we haven't seen listings just yet. And then they have step 4 and step 5, grant program incubator. And they have VM product V2. And then SolanaVM ecosystem here. So very interesting as well. Here's the quick start. This is kind of a table of contents for everything you want to know about the SolanaVM token. I don't really need to go in depth about that. The technology, synergy of the best technologies, ecosystem, transactions, the token itself, some more information on the SVM token, what it's planning on doing, so on and so forth here. We already looked at this. And then they have the solid proof audit here. And honestly, that doesn't look too bad. There are some issues. Let's see. Critical, past high, past medium, 1 issue. 2 low issues, 1 informational, 1 optimization, which you can see. It's on the Binance Smart Chain, so that's interesting too. The Solana-based token is on BNB, and it shares Ethereum. So it's all over the place, if that makes sense. That's quite interesting that it's an environment built on the Solana blockchain, but they're saying the network is BNB. So strange. 1 medium issue here, which we'll look at. The admin, or actually, let's go through the page from the beginning here. So we have crucial issues found. The contract does contain issues of high or medium criticality. In some circumstances, the contract may not function as intended and may pose a safety risk. Interesting. Contract owner can mint. It is possible to mint new tokens. Now, that's not the best, because that means that they can devalue the currency. That means they can pump more out into market, and that's not a good sign. It's not fixed at this moment here, so not the best for them. And then ownership is not renounced. Contract can be manipulated by owner functions. That's another thing. It's interesting that they pose this. They have enough courage to post their solid proof audit, but not enough to say, they wouldn't fix these issues here, which is interesting. And I don't know if they cover that too. But scrolling down, we have the admin can mint unlimited tokens, like we've already said. And the description means that the admin can mint an unlimited amount of tokens after the initial deployment of the contract, which is not recommended, as this can manipulate the supply of the tokens, which can change the price, either up or down. To avoid circumstances, recommended there should be a fixed supply in the contract so that the amount of tokens cannot be minted. That makes sense. We get that. That's a pretty big issue. Obviously, hopefully they can fix that, as this, like I said, is a new token. But the likelihood that happens before the launch doesn't seem that likely. But if there is something, then maybe we'll post an update later on if that does actually come to market. And then they go low issues. Floating Pragma Solidity version. Adding the constant version of Solidity is recommended, as this prevents the unintentional deployment of a contract. remove math library. The compiler version of 0.8 has the ability to control arithmetic overflow and underflow. It is recommended to remove some more function problems with the code. Functions that are not used, dead code, public function that can be declared external, never called from the contract. So very interesting. I think that it doesn't even, I don't know enough about all that, but the main one right here with these medium issues, this is a big one, which in regards to red flags is something that I was talking about here. So this increased the risk significantly in regards to a long-term hold. Now, hopefully they can change this, but the fact that this is just wide open is not necessarily a good thing for them to consistently change. So with that in mind, I don't plan on buying a ton, but you know, a lot of stuff on the Solana platform is done incredibly well, so we'll give it a shot. All right, so it's time to buy just a little bit of the SolanaVM token just to be somewhat involved within the pre-sale here. You can see I do have my MetaMask loaded up on the top right. It's pretty simple. You click that, connect your wallet, you're good to go. I'm using the BNB Smart Chain on mine, but you can use any. You use Ethereum mainnet. I just use BNB Smart Chain because it's easier and way cheaper to transfer cryptocurrency than to use Ethereum mainnet. The transaction fees are absolutely nutty, but I have about a little over $100 loaded into the account, and by clicking max, we can load up and we'll be getting 20,000 SVM tokens, and I think in a little bit, I'll buy a little bit more. I only have 120 transferred in right now, and I'll buy a little bit more later on, maybe about $200 worth total. And you can see if I click approve here, the transaction will pend, and it's this simple. And then we go over to our MetaMask account, scroll down, we're going to click next, we're going to click approve. Transaction has now been initiated here, and let's wait to see what happens after that. Might take a little bit here, but at some point, once we get the confirmations from the network, we should have it deposited into this pre-sale, and we'll be able to see that transaction history. So I'll be back to you in 1 second. Alrighty, guys, so just like that, we've officially, with the transaction successfully finished, purchased SVM tokens. It's that simple, it's that easy. And as you guys can see here, it says pre-sale participation successful. We have successfully bought 20,000 total tokens. We can actually start staking that really soon, as we covered before. And like I said, I'm going to buy a little bit more, a little bit later on once I can transfer more into my MetaMask here. But you can even invite your friends and earn 20% from every participant of the pre-sale too. So you guys can share it as well. And as you guys can see here, here's the transaction history and the total purchased SVM. With that being said, if you guys like SolanaVM, then definitely make sure to check them out on their socials down in the description below, as well as with the link down below for you guys to check out their website as well as their pre-sale. With that all being said, huge shout out to SolanaVM for sponsoring today's video, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace.